Hello students. So as we have started our next chapter, that is chapter number 3, chemical reactions and equations. Let's see what we have learned in our last class. Okay. So in our last class we have learned that the capacity of an element to combine is called as valency of an element. So here what we have seen, we have taken one example, that is CH4, which is called as methane. So the methane, that is carbon atom, has tendency to form 4 bond with hydrogen atom, hence its valency is 4. So for writing molecular formula of different compound, we required symbols of different radical and their valency. So what do you mean by that? If I want to write a compound that is NaCl, that is sodium chloride, how can I write this? So for that, first of all, I would know about the term, that is what is the symbol of sodium, that is Na. Then what is the symbol of chloride, that is Cl. So when sodium and chloride, Na and Cl, combine with each other, they form NaCl. So for that, symbols of different radical and their valency we required. Then we have seen the chemical reactions. During chemical change, what happened? Composition of matter gets changes and the properties of compound gets changed and a new product gets formed. For example, cooking of food and milk turn into the curd. In cooking of food, when we add the different ingredients, it will form a product which is different than the ingredients. So here the properties of product is different. So that is a chemical change. Then what is physical change? Here physical change, in the physical change only states of matter changes. That is, if a compound is in solid state, then it will convert it into liquid state, and like that. So here example is transformation of ice into the water. Here the ice is in solid state, then it gets changed into water. Water is liquid. So this is the example of physical state. And evaporation of water also. So, a chemical reaction is a process where some substances undergo bond breaking and transformed into a new substance by formation of new bond. A substance taking part in the reaction is called as what? Reactant. Whereas the substance are formed as a result of chemical reaction by formation of new bonds are called as product. So here in the reaction, Na plus Cl will give NaCl. What are the reactants? Yes, Na and Cl are reactant because they react with each other. And what is the product? NaCl. Yes. So till this we have learned in our last class. Now let's move towards the next topic, that is chemical equations. What is that? So here a colorless solution of zinc sulfate, ZnSO4, is formed on addition of zinc dust to the blue color solution of copper sulfate, that is CuSO4. When zinc and copper sulfate react with each other, they form zinc sulfate and copper. This chemical reaction can be written in brief as follows. So the aqueous solution of copper sulfate plus zinc dust will give aqueous solution of zinc sulfate plus copper. This is equation number 1. So this simple way of representing a chemical reaction in words is called as a word equation. Here aqueous solution of copper sulfate plus zinc dust will give aqueous solution of zinc sulfate plus copper is a word equation. Why this is a word equation? Because this equation is written in the words. No chemical formula, nothing, chemical symbol, nothing is there in this reaction. So this is called as a word equation. But when the representation of chemical reaction is in a condensed form using a chemical formula, then is called as chemical equation. When there is a chemical formula, symbols of different compound is there, then it is called as chemical equation. Just like the equation, that is CuSO4 plus Zn will give ZnSO4 plus Cu. This is written in the chemical formula, where the chemical formula of the compound is written. So this is called as what? Chemical equation. Yes. the reaction, this is a reaction number 2. In the above equation, what are the reactants? CuSO4 and Zn. They are the reactants. They react with each other to form copper particles, that is Cu, and a solution of colorless zinc sulfate, that is ZnSO4, as a product, having totally different properties. As I have told you, when reactants are react with each other, when they form a product, the properties of product is different than properties of reactants. Yes, then the ionic bond in the reaction CuSO4 breaks and the ionic bond in the product ZnSO4 is formed during the chemical reaction. Yes, so ionic bond in the reaction, that is CuSO4, gets breaked and ionic bond in the reaction, that is ZnSO4, gets formed. Then how we have to write a chemical equation. Now this is a very important topic, you have to pay attention towards itself. So now let's see, writing a chemical equation. First point is, in a chemical equations, the reactants are written on the left hand side while the products on the right hand side. Okay, an arrow heading towards the product is drawn between them, and this arrow indicates the direction of the reaction. So reactants are written on left hand side and products are written on right hand side. And what is the arrow? Arrow is indicated the direction of reaction, and arrow is placed between reactants and product. You can see in the reaction, reactants are CuSO4 and Zn, and product ZnSO4 and Cu. Okay, second, if the reactants or products are two or more, then they are linked with a plus sign in between them. For example, in the above equation, there are two reactants. So there is plus sign between the reactant, that is CuSO4 and Zn, and similarly this happens with the product also. Products are also two compound, that is, so that there is a plus sign between ZnSO4 and Cu. Okay, number 3, to make the chemical equation more informative, the physical states of the reactants are indicated in the reaction. That means physical state means what? If the compound is in liquid state, or it is in solid state, or it is in gaseous state, and they are indicated by writing the letters, that is small g if it is in gaseous state, then small l if it is in liquid state, and small s if it is in solid state respectively. So moreover, if the product is gaseous, then instead of small g, it can be indicated by an arrow pointing towards upward direction. If the product is formed is insoluble solid in the form of a precipitate, then instead of small s, it can be written by arrow pointing towards downward direction. When the reactants and product are in the form of solution of water, that means if they are in liquid state, then they are said to be present in aqueous solution state, that is liquid state. This state is indicated by putting the letters A and Q, small a and Q, in the brackets after the formula. Then the equation is written as, now see here, ZnSO4 in bracket, CuSO4 in bracket aqueous, that is it is in aqueous solution form, plus ZnS, that is solid, Zn is in solid form, which will give ZnSO4 is in aqueous form plus Cu in solid form. This is equation number 3. Okay. So when heat is to be given from the outside to bring about a reaction, it is indicated by the sign small triangle. This is like a small triangle, and this small triangle is indicated as a heat written above the arrow that indicates the direction of the reaction. For example, the reaction in which shalk lime is formed on heating limestone is written as CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate in solid form, on heating. On heating, that means the arrow is there above arrow, what is there? Sign of heat, that is small triangle. From that we'll come to know about heat is given to the calcium carbonate solution. Okay, so then what we will get, CaO is in solid form plus CO2, and the arrow is pointed towards upward direction, that is CO2, which means what, carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is a gas. When arrow pointing in upward direction, it is in gaseous state. Okay, so what we will get, calcium oxide plus CO2, that is carbon dioxide gas. Equation number 4. Similarly, the fact that heat is released during the reaction between the aqueous solution of copper sulfate and zinc dust is indicated as when heat is released. Okay, so when heat is released, it gets added as plus heat. So CuSO4 is in aqueous form plus Zn in solid will gives ZnSO4 aqueous plus Cu in solid form plus heat, because heat is released, then it gets added. Equation number 5. It is necessary to fulfill the certain conditions like specific temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. to bring about some reaction. These conditions are indicated below or above the arrow indicating the direction of reaction. So for example, the reaction of vegetable oil takes place at the temperature of 60 degree with hydrogen gas in the presence of nickel catalyst is written as vegetable oil, that means it is in liquid state, plus hydrogen gaseous state. Arrow, in the above arrow always we used to write the temperature, that is 60 degrees Celsius, and below the catalyst which is used in the reaction, that is nickel catalyst, will gives what, vanaspati ghee, which is in solid state. Equation number 6. So point number 6, special information or names of reactants and products are written below the formula, that is for example, copper on reaction with concentrated nitric acid will give reddish color poisonous nitrogen dioxide gas. Okay, so copper when reacts with concentrated nitric acid, it will gives what? Yes, it will gives concentrated. When it reacts with concentrated nitric acid, it will give nitrogen dioxide, that is 2NO2. Okay, when we use concentrated HNO3. But on reaction with dilute nitric acid, the product is formed is nitric oxide gas. When we used dilute HNO3, that is dilute HNO3, we will get only NO, which means what, nitric oxide gas. But when we used concentrated HNO3, then what we will get, 2NO2, that is what, nitrogen dioxide. But when we use dilute HNO3, we will get only 2NO, that is nitric oxide gas. Okay, so this is all about writing a chemical equation. There is one activity is given, so for that this we will perform in lab, but now I am giving you a basic idea about this. Test tube, conical flask, balance, etc. and the chemicals are used, sodium chloride and silver nitride. So what is the procedure? Take sodium chloride solution in a conical flask and silver nitride in a test tube. Tie a thread to the test tube and insert it carefully into the conical flask and make a conical flask airtight by fitting a rubber cork. Weight the conical flask with the help of balance. Now tilt the conical flask and mix the solution present in the test tube with the solution of conical flask and weight the conical flask again. So then what we will get? Now we are going to write this equation. So our equation is written as silver nitrate plus sodium chloride. What we will get? Silver chloride plus sodium nitrate. When silver nitrate and sodium chloride mixed with each other, they react with each other, they will form silver chloride plus sodium nitride. And this reaction is in chemical equation is written as AgNO3, that is silver nitrate in aqueous form plus sodium chloride is in aqueous form, will give AgCl and arrow is in downward direction. That means it is in solid form. Yes, it is in solid form. It will give silver chloride plus NaNO3, that is sodium nitrate, in aqueous form. And this is the equation number 9. So this all we have learned in our today's class. So when we will do this experiment, then we will came to know about that there is no change in the weight of the compound. It will remain as it is. So there is no change in this compound. Its initial weight and its final weight will remain same. So silver nitrate is used in voters' ink. That's why after voting of 1 week also, it will not get erased. So in voters ink, what we used silver nitrate. Okay, thank you.